Melbourne Catholic welcomes two Jesuit priests from India, from Hazaribag, Father Bob Slattery and Father Santosh Minj. Gentlemen, welcome.
Thank you.
You're here in Australia for a very important reason. Tell us why you're here.
Well, I'm originally from Australia, but I've been working in India for the last 60 years. I want to, again and again, thank the people of Australia for the great support to our mission for the poor in our province. At the same time, to try and get more and more people interested in the fact that they have a responsibility for so many people.
So you're based in Hazaribag, one of the very poor areas of India. And I suppose for most people watching this video, Father Bob, they've probably got no idea of the extent of the depth of difficulty living in a place like that. Give us some sort of a picture of that.
Yeah, of course. I mean, you go to have a meal, breakfast, and you go to turn on the toaster, but there's no electricity, of course. So you carry on, okay. And you go to your room and the light doesn't come on. So you carry on. There are many ways in which it's so different, but the same, because people are the same everywhere in the world.
Now, you've spent 60 years there. It must have been an amazing contrast when you first arrived way back in 1958 from downtown Hawthorne.
That's right, a big difference. When we came to Hazaribag in 1951, the Jesuits, we were the only special school there in the whole of Hazaribag town. Now there are many, many different schools set up. We were the only ones in the beginning.
It's a marvellous achievement, 67 years of building this. I'm told there are 25,000 people being educated. Tell us about that work and tell us about the infrastructure and tell us about the struggles and the rewards.
The people in the villages are not getting proper education at all, and that's why we went there. And I think one of the big things is the Dalits especially, which are the oppressed ones, the outcasts. We are trying very hard to bring them up to self-esteem. I can do something.
Yes.
I'm as good as anybody else. And of course, from the Catholic point of view, I am the son or daughter of God.
Yes.
So what better base than that?
Yeah. That's actually beautifully put. Someone who's watching us now, what should they be imagining? Should they be imagining a school a little bit like a state or Catholic school here in Melbourne, or is it a bit primitive? I need a bit of a picture of what these schools look like.
See, the main thing in the school, I really believe, is not that facility and that facility and that facility. The main thing is the relation of the head and the teachers to the students.
Of course.
That's the main thing.
Yeah.
And we notice in our schools, the kids are happy.
That's good.
And they want to come to the school.
If Father Santosh, I might just bring you into the conversation. What's your involvement there in Hazaribag and how long have you been involved?
1991, I joined the Jesuits as a candidate. And then I have been there in the society for more than 25 years. And the experience being myself as a Jesuit is great, fantastic. I really love to work with my companions. I myself studied in the Jesuit school. Then I would say I was the lucky one to go to the Jesuit school. I think there all my life began. In fact, I got the direction from there that what I wanted to be. In fact, I was looking for it, but then that was the place I found it. In the line of education, they have done a lot. And therefore, I feel really proud of being part of that group.
You must have seen some great stories over these years of young people who've been very down and out, the Dalits as an example that you've given us. Are you able to relate any stories of people who've gone on in their adult life to have a life that was able maybe then to help other people from those very struggling classes?
I mean, Father Santosh, he's our provincial. He's looking after these terrible Australians and New Zealanders. I mean, so what more can you have than that? But of course, not only Santosh, but I mean, we have students who have become engineers and doctors and people working in other areas, you know, who have just come from the village.
You're here with Jesuit Mission. Would you like just to conclude our lovely chat with maybe a message on behalf of Jesuit Mission? What is the message you'd like to get through to people who've taken the time to watch our chat today?
Without the support of the people of Australia and also New Zealand, we would not have been able to do what we're doing, okay? That's the first thing. And the second thing is, let us all realise our responsibility to the other people who are not so well off as us.